Will be by the experts from the paper industry.
He already given the
Given the major this one will be coming. And actually, I think Mr. Piyush Goyal, we have requested. I think he is sending a message on that days. Availability of Mr. Piyush Goyal is difficult. They have told. We are trying to. Somebody is not at finance. That's why we are not told. And the second, when you are talking about shortage of pulp, yes, in India. There is a shortage of pulp. The paper industry faces the problem of shortage of pulp.
It also faces a problem with quality of raw material.
That's what I'll explain to you. The shortage of the pulp is there because that's the reason. It's a blessing in disguise. In only India, we have 80% of the paper produced in India is from recycled fiber. That is the advantage because government has stopped allotting forests or tree, this one to the industry from 1965. There is no new license being given to the paper industry. Hence, there is no destruction of the greenery by the paper industry. And even whatever is the forestry given, for example, to ITC, certain lands were given by the government before 1965 or 70s. And for every plant they cut, they plant 4 trees. They are being watched by the green tag through the satellites. To what extent is that green tag is being maintained? There is a no doubt shortage. That is the reason actually India imports waste paper. Actually, we are not only helping the environment of India but also of the world. From USA, UK, lot of waste paper comes into India which they are not able to do. We bring it in India. We are recycling it and making paper. That's why 80% of the Indian production is recycling of the paper.
But Indian paper is not actually in demand. It's an imported paper which is in demand mostly.
I'll explain. That's a different question. But first, let me complete your third. This one you have asked me about the pulp shortage. The first question, madam, what you have told? Can you repeat that?
I was talking about imports.
Imports. See, no doubt the imports are there at
You
present.
give the imports.
I will tell you, imports is there. The government of India strongly feels that through Atmanirbhar Bharat, we have to encourage local industry. That is one of the objectives of the paper foundation which I have told you. We also want to encourage the local industry because by using the local industry paper, we not only use the paper but also create employment opportunities, revenue to the government and XYZ benefits which the government of India is having. We also personally see that in the market. That's why imports actually is spoiling the local industry. And coming to the last question, you have mentioned why India the difficulty. So the problem with the India is originally we are an undivided this one. You see, we have number of paper mills. I think it is around 600 to 700 paper mills. Whereas in other countries the mills are less and they are having the latest high volume machines. Whereas technology. Whereas our technology is little old. But still we are having an advantage without spoiling the environment, without spoiling this. Indian industry is able to survive. The competition, yes, industry faces a tough competition because of the volume of the production and the non-availability of the wood pulp. You see, no doubt wood pulp is the best pulp available for paper making. But still India is trying its best to give almost the parameters required what wood pulp can give by using waste paper and sugarcane bagasse. Sugarcane bagasse is equally good virgin pulp, means it is a pulp made. In North India, more than 8 to 10% of the Indian production also they use sugarcane bagasse and wheat straw. And for your information, recently for the problem what North India, Delhi and other Haryana they are facing, Punjab, for their smoke and all, these farmers they are cutting down that. They are trying to how to convert that into fiber. You see, paper can be made from any fiber, let it be a paddy straw, wheat straw, any plant, paper can be made. But the problem is how economically we can make it. You see, for that they only select certain varieties of raw material, and for that is doing. And there is a CIPRI karke, there is a research institute of the government of India is there. They are doing that. I think in the paddy straw earlier they have done. Some difficulties they have faced around 30-40 years back. Now they are again trying to built from paddy straw and wheat straw, which is abundantly available in India. They are trying to make pulp out of that so that it will be eco-friendly. Basically, from the wastages of Indian, they are trying to make paper. And that we want to tell to the public and to the society. And the problem is, in most of the books, everywhere it is mentioned, paper is made by cutting trees. In India at least, we are very confidently saying up to 80-90% we don't cut trees, anything at all. The balance 10% also trees. You see, I will tell you the example. Farmers, సుబాబులు అని ఉంటుంది మనకి, ఇప్పుడు మీరు చూస్తూ ఉంటారు మన తెలంగాణలోనా ఆంధ్రాలోనా చాలా మంది రైతులు దే మేక్ ఇట్. See, in dry land where they are not able to get any crop, for this సుబాబు వీటికి చాలా అంటే కమర్షియల్గా చాలా బెనిఫిట్ అవుతుంది ఫార్మర్కి. ఎందుకంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు టేక్ కేర్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫస్ట్ 6 months or 1 year, and after that 3 years it will have a particular thickness of the stem. They cut it and use it, and they get a revenue equivalent to that of like mirchi or anything, any commercial crop. That way a lot of farmers are getting benefited, a lot of plantation is there, and all those things, even the paper industry, they are having a buyback agreement. They are also giving plantations from the plantations level to harvesting. They are helping. They are doing all these things. But you see, this is, I am trying to explain to you about the paper because Shia, you have asked that question. But this foundation is, we want to tell all these facts, tell to the public, kindly use paper without hesitation. It is very environment friendly. Sustainability, see, the word sustainable is very important. You have to understand in the environment. You see, whatever, even if that 5%, 10% wood or whatever is there, even in other countries, that's why we say use Indian paper, because Indian paper is very environment friendly. In other countries, they cut the trees, they cut the forests, or whatever is there, that country policies is there. But whatever it is cut, again a human being can grow it. For example, if you take a petroleum product, if the petrol is that, humans cannot manufacture or prepare this one. But if I'm using for my livelihood 10 trees, I can plant again 10 trees. See that for the next generation, what the environment, God has given the nature to us, we can surely transfer the same or a better nature to the next generation. That's what we call sustainability. Surely paper is having sustainability. That's why wherever they are using fossil fuels or anything where they are spoiling the environment, carbon footprint is there. We want to encourage, this foundation also encourages to come with a research or alternative products to overcome the difficulties which the society is facing. That is also part of the NGO. Any other questions?